Well, and that's why, again, Janet Lawrence with Set to Show is going to be coming up. I mean, this is a perfect opportunity, really, here, if you are a seller out there, to look at what Set to Show does. And, Scott, when you talk about some of these homes in the various price points that are selling, they are almost always staged. And what's great about working with Janet and her company is really, their effectiveness in helping sellers get to the closing table, Scott.
Yeah, no, it is. And welcome to the show, Janet. It is the case. This is a lot of times where we have some snowbirds that are moving away. They're going up to Arizona or down to Arizona, wherever. And they want to have their house not only staged, but also taken care of. Talk a little bit about Set to Show and what you guys do and how your program works.
Sure, thanks. Thanks for having me, by the way. This is kind of fun.
Oh, no problem.
What we do, Ryan mentioned earlier that we do stage homes, but another big part of our business is that we also place a home manager in your home. And what they do is actually take care of the house. They're trained to maintain it, whether it's change the furnace filter or make sure the toilets are being flushed or whatever. But going into the winter, the thing that's so great is they keep the walk shoveled, they keep the furnace going, they keep water running through the pipes. The biggest benefit is that they pay your utilities. And we took a look this last week at the office about what average utility costs during the winter here in Minnesota, what they're running people. And if for a standard house, it's $3,000 to $4,000 during the winter month.
Wow.
So, that's huge. It's like free money. So if your house is sitting empty, you might as well let us come in and give it a shot. The staging warms it up. It makes it feel more welcome to the potential buyer, but the home manager makes it a home. It's very welcoming. They're taking care of it. The temperature is, running at a normal level. The walks are shoveled. The leaves are raked. I can't say enough about the great stories that we're hearing.
So Janet, let me take an example, maybe to drive it home for the listeners out there. So if I am about to cut bait, I'm about to head down to Florida, and I've had my 2-story on for 3 months. It's just not selling. How does this work? Do you put somebody in there? How do I know I can trust them? How does this whole process work?
Well, it's a good question. It is a concern that people have. But we do all kinds of background screening, credit checks. We make sure the person has, consistent employment, consistent income. We train them. And I got to tell you, I'm in touch with them every week, reminding them, at this point, I'm telling them, change the batteries in the smoke detectors, make sure that you're shoveling, or make sure you're raking leaves.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Yeah,
you never know in Minnesota, though.
Well, actually, to that point, earlier you said it's a great fall day. Well, before I came on, my husband called and said, there's snow in the forecast.
Oh, no, there's no snow.
So before you know it, things just turn like that. But we do train them. I'm in constant contact. We have an inspection process. So we have people that go in and do surprise inspections. So when you leave for work in the morning, make sure the wet towels are hidden and the dishes are cleaned up, because you never know if someone's going to come in, whether it's for a showing or whether it's for an inspection.
What would be the motivation for these home managers? I'm assuming, are they a lot of single people, or are they maybe a younger couple that just, I'm guessing they save a little bit of money on rent, but yet it's a nice way to maybe live in a nice 2-story home or that type of thing?
We kind of have people all over the board. We do have some great single people that are going to school and working at the same time. They're not home very much. But on the other end of the scale, I've got a great couple that are empty nesters. Their kids are gone. They sold their house, fortunate for them, in a day, and didn't know what to do. They're actually having a great adventure right now. They're living in one of our properties downtown. They bought bikes. They're riding around the lake every day.
That's fun.
Awesome. She said they can't wait to come home at night and decide where they're going to go out to dinner.
Wow.
So we really kind of are running the gamut. The other great thing you mentioned earlier about families is that, we do have a number of great families that we're able to put into a home situation, a park next door, a place that in the backyard that maybe for whatever reason they're not able to get a mortgage right now.
Well, and again, Scott, there was a great story KARE 11 did about Set to Show, especially in this market, Janet, and I think it really speaks to what you and Greg and company are doing. You are helping people really in a time when, again, if you're a seller out there, you need to consider working with Set to Show, because Scott, you work with a ton of buyers, and the home really has to be dialed in. And boy, having a nice home manager in there that's going to be taking care of it, doing all these things, to me seems like a no-brainer, Janet.
You know what? It is kind of a fun business right now, and that's a big part of what we do is we want to help everyone. We're helping the homeowner by staging the home, taking care of it for them, and ideally selling it faster for a greater percent of the list price. We're helping the agent because they're helping their client, and we're helping the home managers because they're getting an opportunity to live in a great place for a reduced amount of rent. They do have a job to do, but it's not a hard job.
Yeah, that's great. So what's your initial needs, Janet? Are you looking for home managers right now? Do you have properties that you what are you looking for right now?
Well, in the short term, we're always looking for vacant homes.
Okay.
So if you're an agent out there with a vacant home, talk to us, talk to your client. We can talk to your client together. If you're a homeowner and you're interested in finding out more about the program, you can call us or you can go to our website, settoshow.com. Certainly, you can go to the Minnesota Real Estate Show website, and we're listed there with the preferred
partners.
Yep.
Is it cost-wise again? Is there an upfront fee, or how does the seller pay again with this?
Great question. With a home manager in place, there's no upfront costs, and that's the beauty of this, is that we go through, there's no upfront staging costs. The home manager comes in and helps us out. They're actually paying us a small rent, and that helps cover the staging costs. It helps cover our maintenance costs. But at the end, ideally, we'll help to sell your home faster. We ask for 0.75% at closing.
So 0.75% of whatever your sales price is. Boy, this is a great program. And you know what, again, Janet, speaking from our team, the Minnesota Real Estate team, as well as I know the We team, we've had a number of agents on our team who've used your company. And again, if you're an agent out there thinking, geez, how can I get some of my listings sold? What can I do? A no-brainer here, Janet, to plug in again with Set to Show.
Absolutely, and thank you guys for the help. We really do want to help everyone that's out there, especially sitting with a vacant home. We do think we can make a difference.
Yeah, check out settoshow.com, or the phone number, Janet, is?
It's 952-224-2131.
Thanks for coming on.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, our pleasure. That was awesome. Her husband Greg was on one time before, actually when they first became a preferred partner, and just really impressed with that company. Again, the feedback has been nothing short of positive from clients, home managers, everybody, Scott.
Yeah, no, I mean, business is always about determining a market, and what a great